Good evening, barflies and lounge lizards, and welcome to the Wacky World Book Club. And tonight we'll be taking a look at The Man Behind the Nose, Assassins, Astronauts, Cannibals, and Other Stupendous Tales by Larry Bozo Harmon. And those of you wondering, there is a sci-fi connection to this, which I will get to in a moment. But this is basically the autobiography, the story of Larry Bozo Harmon. And he didn't invent Bozo the Clown, but he's the guy who popularized Bozo. He's the one that got Bozo around the world and made Bozo a household name. And let me tell you, he was a character and he lived quite a life. Even though by the subtitle it would sound a whole lot weirder and more far out there than it actually is, but he did do some things. It's just all kind of grounded. Like, he did actually attempt to go out to outer space. He did run for president. He did perform for actual cannibals. So he lived some life, and it is really interesting. And he's a positive, upbeat guy. Not a bad thing to say about anyone. So this is definitely a good read. And not just if you dig clowns or Bozo. The guy just lived an interesting life, because I'd say a good first part of the book isn't even about clowns. It talks about his World War II experience and the different things he did, and thus the sci-fi connection. Because before he was Bozo the Clown, he was actually on a children's sci-fi series in the 50s called Commander Comet, which I believe was like a live show with an audience type thing, and maybe hosted skits. I'm not exactly sure what Commander Comet exactly entailed, but it was a sci-fi themed show, and he wore kind of a spaceman type outfit. Yeah, really good book. Now, I will go ahead and say there are some detractors to this one, and claiming that the stories aren't true and this and that, but that all kind of goes back to a very embittered ex-wife of his who claimed she was writing a scandalous tell-all book of her own, but that never surfaced. And so I think all the negativity just goes back to that one spot. So you gotta kind of take that with a grain of salt. So until I know otherwise, I'm believing the stories. And if they are true, then he was pretty good with some Photoshop for back in the day. But yeah, this has quite a few images. If you can see there, that's him in zero gravity when he was working toward becoming an astronaut. And we have Larry there with the cannibals that I spoke about. And if you see too, the formatting of the book is really cool as well. Oh wow, that's lightning. Or I should say that's thunder. Yeah, so either way, even if you're not into clowns, if you just like good biographies or autobiographies of interesting people that hung out with cannibals and ran for president, this is a good book to check out. And that's all the time we have for this week. Please like, comment, subscribe, and keep it wacky.
Wow.